Hey, what's up guys? My name is Destery and welcome back to another What the Fuck 5. So as you can probably tell from my terrible costume, it's Halloween! I'm Harry Potter. My parents are super dead, but I can also cast spells and shit. Pretty spot on impression in my opinion. But since it's Halloween, I thought we would continue talking about creepy topics like we did last week, which by the way, make sure you guys have seen that video here if you haven't already. So for today's list, we'll be talking about the most haunted objects in the entire world. And trust me, some of these legitimately gave me nightmares, so if you're easily creeped out, I don't know what you're doing watching me in the first place, but you've been warned. Number 1, the conjure chest. When are people gonna learn just not to open old, cursed fucking boxes? I'm getting real tired of this shit. The conjure chest, though, is said to be one of the most cursed items in the entire world. Over 150 years ago, an African-American slave named Hosey began working on a chest for his master, Jacob Cooley's firstborn son. Although the chest was seriously dope, Cooley was inexplicably displeased with the chest and beat Hosey to death. Cooley's other slaves vowed to avenge the death of Hosey, saying, "Yo, that's seriously not Cooley." Sorry about that pun, I had to. The slaves then performed a ritual on the chest, wishing misfortune to anyone who gets near it. Over the years that the chest remained in the Cooley house, over 17 unusual deaths occurred, including the death of his own firstborn son for whom the chest was made. After many years, the chest began claiming more than 10 of the Cooley family, one generation at a time. My question is, why would you accept this thing into your house after your family just keeps mysteriously dying around it? This seems like a nice thing to put in my living room. I mean, it keeps making sounds and shit, but oh well. Eventually though, the deaths just became too much for mere coincidence and a shaman was called to remove the curse. The conjure chest still exists to this day and resides in the Kentucky History Museum, never again allowed to be touched by human hands. Number 2, the Robert Otto doll. It's not uncommon for kids to have imaginary friends, but what about one that talks back? What about one that wants you to kill? For a young boy in Key West, Florida, Eugene Otto, this actually happened. Otto loved the doll so much as a kid. He would take it everywhere, play with it constantly, and even talk to it. But according to his parents, on several occasions, they would hear something else answer him in a different voice. One night, the parents awoke to screaming coming from Eugene's room, as well as the sound of furniture moving and loud crashes. When they ran to his room to open the door, it was locked. And after finally breaking down the door, the room was in complete shambles, with Eugene crying on his bed, pointing at the doll, saying, "Robert did it." What the fuck? But even after the family moved out of the house, they left the doll in the attic, where the new residents claimed to hear voices coming from the attic and demonic giggling emanating from the doll. That's just barely any of the stuff that's happened around this doll. There's seriously like a full page of people's deaths and illnesses and shit that I can't even mention in this video because it would take way too long to even mention. So where's this doll now? Luckily, it now resides in the East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida, behind a case that urges tourists not to take pictures of it unless they want to be possessed. Number 3, the Hands Resist Him painting. They say that people who possess heightened paranormal senses get sick to the stomach from even looking at a picture of the mysterious painting that appeared on eBay in the year 2000 called the Hands Resist Him. Painted by Bill Stoneham in 1972, the painting has been in over 7 different homes, each of which getting rid of the painting after just a few months of owning it due to its extremely unsettling nature and claims of it being haunted. Especially disturbing though is the fact that the first 2 people to ever look at the painting died within a year of looking at it from unknown reasons. Owners of the painting claim that it comes to life at night, often seeing the boy in the painting around their house staring at them. Children who look at the painting have been reported to simply run from it, claiming that the hands are reaching out to get them. So I'm not sure if people think that this painting is haunted so much as it's just unsettling and like weird to look at, but I'm not gonna lie, this thing creeps me the fuck out. It's like he's just staring into your soul and it's just ugh. Number 4, the Myrtles Plantation mirror. So the Myrtles Plantation itself is said to actually be one of the most haunted places in the world. Built on an Indian burial ground near St. Francisville, Louisiana, the Myrtle Plantation was around during the Civil War, where slaves were allegedly hung from trees, 2 children were killed here, and one of the building's owners was shot and killed on the front porch. And although the entire house and the property are enough reasons never to fucking go there, most believe that no object on the premises is more haunted than the mirror in the living room. Said to house the souls of a mother and child who died on the property, some say that if you look in the mirror long enough, you can see their dead faces stare back at you. Other visitors claim that the mirror simply made them vomit when looking at it, which doesn't seem like a really great thing to have in your living room when you're doing house tours. And here's our living room. This is our mirror. Sorry about that. There's our dining room. What's really fucked up is that you can actually stay at the Myrtles plantation overnight. Like seriously, people have left reviews on their page saying like, we stayed in the caretaker's cottage and had a ghostly experience. The stay was perfect with terrific service and an even better atmosphere. I can't wait to go back. The fuck, bitch? Also on the site, it lists the place's amenities, which include free Wi-Fi, air conditioning. Oh wait, you guys forgot one. A giant chance you'll get possessed. And finally, at number 5 is the Annabelle doll. So yes, if you've ever seen the movie Annabelle or The Conjuring, the Annabelle doll was a real thing, which makes the events in that movie that much scarier. After a woman purchased an old doll from a thrift shop in 1970 to give to her daughter, no one could have guessed that the doll itself could be housing one of the most malevolent spirits to ever haunt an object. What started out as the doll simply moving on its own from room to room, even appearing back in the house after it had been thrown away, turned more sinister when the girls who lived in the house found paper with children's writing on it all over the house. It doesn't sound that sinister, but I would shit my pants probably. After they called a psychic, it was suggested that a spirit named Annabelle Higgins could be possessing the doll and just wanted a friend to play with. Reluctantly deciding to keep the doll, paranormal occurrences only got worse, even attacking one of their male friends. Soon after, renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren were assigned to this case, where it was said that the doll was actually possessed by a demonic presence lying about its identity and meant to harm or kill anyone who came close to it. And though it didn't claim any lives that we know about, the Annabelle doll still exists to this day and is locked hopefully safely away in Ed and Lorraine's house of paranormal artifacts. Well, I hope you're sufficiently creeped out. Bloody hell, I am. That shit was scary. I honestly can't imagine Harry Potter saying a cuss word, but alright. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a like and also subscribe to this channel, as there will be more every single week. My cat wanted to come in and say hello, so here she is. But yeah, if you guys want to leave any suggestions for other What the Fuck 5 episodes, make sure to do that in the comment section down below. What do you want from me, cat? Jesus. Also, make sure to subscribe to me at youtube.com/HarryPotter. My parents are really dead. I don't know why I keep telling you that. But actually, make sure to check out my channel at youtube.com/CaptainDestes, as I also post videos there every single week. That said, I will see you guys next time for another What the Fuck 5. Thanks for watching, and fair winds.